I sat at the back of the corporate boardroom, watching our senior vice president, Marcus, present my entire 3-month marketing strategy to the CEO as if he had created it himself. As an unpaid summer intern, I worked 80-hour weeks, fueled by black coffee and a promise that the best concept would land a permanent six-figure job at the firm. I poured my soul into a 60-page launch plan for our newest tech client, but when I handed it to Marcus for review, he looked at me, smirked, and said, "Cute effort, kid, but this is way too amateur for the real world. Leave the big league thinking to me." My heart just shattered. But less than 24 hours later, Marcus called an emergency company-wide meeting. He loaded up a projector and began pitching my exact strategy, word for word, slide for slide. The CEO was practically beaming, clapping his hands and saying it was the most brilliant work the agency had seen in a decade. Marcus just basked in the glory, taking all the credit while looking right past me. When the presentation ended, the CEO looked around the room and asked, "Marcus, this data architecture is incredibly complex. How exactly did you manage to calculate these projected market shifts?" Marcus chuckled, adjusted his tie, and confidently lied, "Well, it took weeks of intense solo data modeling, but I always find a way." That was his fatal mistake. See, Marcus thought I was just a naive college kid. He didn't realize that every single data model in that presentation was dynamically linked to my personal cloud-secured server. I didn't scream. I didn't cause a scene. I just casually opened my laptop under the table, logged into the administrative master panel, and changed the server access permissions from public to private instantly. The massive projector screen behind Marcus went completely blank, replaced by a giant flashing red error message that read, "Access denied, owner account restricted." Marcus went completely pale, stuttering, trying to frantically click through his laptop, but nothing worked. The CEO frowned, sensing something was wrong, and demanded an explanation. I stood up from the back row, adjusted my blazer, and said, "He can't unlock it, sir, because that's my private server, containing my original research, which Marcus explicitly called too amateur yesterday afternoon." The silence in that boardroom was absolute. I opened my laptop screen toward the CEO, showing the original creation timestamps, the digital signature, and the email where Marcus told me my work was useless. The CEO's face turned to pure stone. He looked at Marcus and coldly said,